America watched the perfect Anderson family every week. But the real lives behind those smiles. Totally different. It's 2026, 72 years after the first episode. And by the end of this countdown, you'll know who's still alive. And which cast member's story just ended in 2026. Let's go. Number 1, Robert Young as Jim Anderson, entered 1954. Back then, Robert Young was the ultimate TV father. Calm voice. Steady morals. The guy who could fix a family crisis before dinner. He wasn't just a dad on TV, he was the blueprint. After Father Knows Best, he didn't disappear. He redefined himself again as the trusted doctor in Marcus Welby, MD. A second iconic role, in a totally different decade. But here's the turn. The perfect dad image couldn't freeze time. Robert Young passed away in 1998. On screen, he was the man with all the answers. In real life, he became comfort TV for millions, until the curtain finally fell. But if Jim was the face of the Andersons, the heart of that house was Margaret. And her success was very real. Number 2, Jane Wyatt as Margaret Anderson, entered 1954. Jane Wyatt played Margaret with quiet power. Warm. Steady. Always emotionally ahead of the room. In a show called Father Knows Best, she often felt like the one holding everything together. And after the series, her legacy only grew. She didn't just win fans, she won awards. Including multiple Emmy wins for playing Margaret. Then comes the emotional shift. She outlived the show's era by decades. And passed away in 2006. On screen, she was the classic 1950s mom. In real life, she was an award-winning TV icon. Who helped define what TV family even meant. Now, the kids. Because in 2026, the list of survivors gets shockingly short. Starting with Princess. Number 3, Elinor Donahue as Betty, Princess Anderson, entered 1954. Elinor Donahue was the oldest Anderson child. Poised. Smart. The responsible teen energy, with real warmth. And she wasn't a background kid. Betty often carried the emotional growing pains of the era. After Father Knows Best, she kept working. Not a quick cameo here and there. A long career across decades of television. And here's the headline moment. As of widely available public biographies, Elinor Donahue is still alive in 2026. Which makes her one of the last living main cast members. On screen, she was Princess, Frozen in the 1950s. In real life, she became a living link to that entire TV era. But the next Anderson kid didn't just grow up. He took a hard left turn that most former child stars never manage. Number 4, Billy Gray as Bud Anderson, entered 1954. Billy Gray played Bud, the lovable troublemaker. Always testing limits. Always learning the lesson the hard way. He was the comedy spark, in the middle of Perfect Family Rules. After the show, he didn't chase Hollywood forever. Public biographies describe him moving into other passions, including being known as a competitive motorcycle racer and an inventor. And the turn. As of widely reported public sources, Billy Gray is also still alive in 2026. Which means, 2 Anderson kids are still here. But that's about to get heartbreaking. On screen. Bud was the kid who couldn't sit still. In real life, he built a life outside fame, and kept moving forward. Quick pause, because if you're enjoying this then and now countdown, hit like, so YouTube knows you want more classic TV stories. And subscribe, because the next cast we cover has an even crazier twist. Alright, back to the Andersons. Now we need to slow down for the next one, because her final chapter is part of the 2026 story. Number 5, Lauren Chapin as Kathy "Kitten" Anderson, entered 1954. Lauren Chapin was Kitten, the youngest Anderson. Big expressions. Sweet innocence. She was the child audiences wanted to protect. But after the cameras stopped, her real life wasn't a sitcom. There are public accounts of serious personal struggles later on. A reminder that child stardom doesn't always come with a soft landing. And here's the sensitive update for 2026. Lauren Chapin died in February 2026, at age 80. After a battle with cancer, according to major outlets. On screen, she was the safest childhood in America. In real life, she faced a much harder story. And her final chapter closed in 2026. So, after 72 years, who's still alive? Let's lock it in, quick and clear. Number 6, the 2026 reality check, who's still alive? From the main cast. Robert Young, passed away in 1998. Jane Wyatt, passed away in 2006. Lauren Chapin, died in February 2026. And as of widely available public sources in 2026. Elinor Donahue, still alive. Billy Gray, still alive. On screen. Springfield stayed timeless. In real life, time took nearly everyone. And only a small piece of the Anderson family remains. If you watched Father Knows Best, comment Springfield. And tell me, who was your favorite? Jim, Margaret, Betty, Bud, or Kitten? Remember to hit your like button and subscribe to see our next videos.